Right. Okay, well, it is 7 o'clock, so can we make a start, and can I welcome everyone to the February FES meeting? Are there any apologies?
Not that I know of, but
Right, okay.
I'll check my phone just in case someone's messaged me. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are there any declarations of interest?
No.
Item 4, the minutes of the meeting on the 13th of January. That's the first one, isn't it? Yeah. Does anyone any comments on those, or
Spoke to Gina about it today. It said on there to query the increase of the rateable value, the town hall, but I don't think we got anywhere with it.
Oh, right. No, I haven't actually got anywhere with that yet.
So thank you, Chair.
would someone want to move them? And yeah, are they seconded? Yeah, those in favour? Right. Now moving on to the second lot of minutes, the 20th of January, which was only for one item. Would someone like to move that? It needs to be someone who was there. Second, moved and seconded. Those in favour? Thank you. Item 6, public forum, no one here. Item 7, exclusion of the public. There are 2 items at the end of the agenda, which is item 17 and 18. Next item is item 8. As per usual, there's A, B, and C, but if you wish, we can take them all together.
Anyone got any questions?
I hope they have, and then I can get these minutes signed.
Them today, they look all right, so I'll propose that we.
Okay. Do we have a second date? Yeah.
Is that for all 3? A, B,
Yep.
and C? Yeah. No. Those in favour? Thank you. Moving on, item 9, small grant applications, which there's 2 of them. Can we take the one for the junior town council, one for the £600 first, please?
I think this is an absolutely brilliant project, so I'd be fully in support of that. Care for cash, reducing, reusing and recycling, all very important, and it's for all the schools, so it's not just exclusive to one.
Alice is going to propose it, I'll second it.
I've actually been there several times. It's where the old Global Renewables used to be at Farrington. And I've actually been around there about a dozen times, and it's certainly well worth going. In fact, for kids at that age, I think it'll be mind-blowing for them, because it's about a good 3/4 of a mile to walk around it, and you're actually up in air on carpeted corridors with glass windows, and you can actually see what's happening to the processing of it, you know, having aluminium split from tin cans and all sorts, and it is quite mind blowing to see it all. So I think they quite enjoy that. Those in favour? Thank you. Item 10, fees and charges.
Do you want to take the other
Oh,
one? We need
oh,
to- yeah.
yeah. Well, to my mind, this next one, it's not valid. But
I was just going to make the same point
Yeah.
that
I was unsure with them being part of Coventry Council.
no, but
This one's just
We-
for
we are-
Gordon.
I can't remember the right word. But there is a word where we haven't got the certificate of competence. No, it's not that. But when you finish, when the town clerk is fully qualified, I think we're allowed to bend the rules is the wrong phrase. We can go out of the.
Mhm.
We've got more power to
Yes.
of discretion, but in this case, I think legally we would be on dodgy ground because it's out. Even though there must be pupils there that live in Colne, the actual place is not in Colne's boundaries. So
I would probably suggest me going back to them to see if they can try culinary committee and try
Yes.
parish council.
yeah, because we can't. Well, the next thing would have Fulridge coming in and Lancashire Bridge
Well, that's it. You don't want to set a precedent.
and yeah.
yeah, well, I don't think it's on anyway to spend preset fares money from Colne outside of the parish. So I think it falls down there anyway.
Do we not need a vote on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say
So is it
the proposer
moved
and
and seconded? Those in favour? Thank you. We're on item 10 now, fees and charges policy.
Right. So I spoke to the deputy clerk on this, who's actually gone through this as well. We thought that the actual higher prices were okay as they were, rather than put them up for inflation, because then we don't think we'd be competitive enough. So we decided to leave them as they are. The only thing that has changed is the prices for, I think, the tea and coffee and the refreshment package and the projector and screen and things like that. So we've just put those prices up slightly.
Just make a query.
Mhm.
Water per bottle, £1. Is it just a small bottle? I don't have bottled water, so I don't know what it is in the shops, but it does seem just a little bit excessive.
I think that's cheap, but
Yeah.
If they want bottled water, I mean, because we have water from the dispenser that they can have for free.
Right.
But if they want bottled, then
that's about average.
Mm.
I'd have thought for a bottle of water,
Mhm.
probably more if you.
depends where you buy it from. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually found when we were slightly less cold in Lanzarote the last couple of weeks, the hotel there had a scheme where you could buy a bottle fairly cheap and then fill it,
And keep
keep
refilling.
refilling it just from wherever, and that that may be worth looking at for things like the blues and
Mm.
the Christmas market and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
It would need,
we can look at, I mean, we do, the Blues, we do provide water coolers back in the green rooms anyway,
yeah, I was thinking more of
the general
the public, yeah, the
It's something we can look at.
I mean, these, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have brought it, they're quite good, but quite substantial bottles, and they just charge €4 for, which is £4 to all intents and purposes.
Mhm.
And then you could fill up
As
round.
many times as you want.
Yeah. So, which I don't think it's a huge priority, but I think it's worth looking at.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody's got half an hour to
Mhm.
look it up.
Yeah.
Any more comments? Would someone like to?
Address the weddings as well, the flyers.
Yeah, I think those prices are the same as last year. Some of the wordings changed slightly. We've not mentioned the prices per bottles because the bottle beers tend to change of what we can get anyway. So
Can I just ask, how many weddings did we have last year in total? Or could you?
One. December
Was it just-
December 13th, definitely.
oh yeah, but then there
There was another one earlier.
was yeah, but they all seem there were two large weddings and I think there were a couple of smaller ones. So I think around 4, I think last year.
Last year, only 4.
Mm.
Okay. Is this flyer or a similar flyer going to be sent out to houses?
Well, I don't know about sending it out to houses, but we are working on. I'm working on something with our media and communications officer to try and be more
yeah.
proactive and
Yeah.
obviously put more things on social media. We've started to do a newsletter, which will go out, I think, bi-monthly or possibly monthly, depending on how much information we've got to put on it. So we're going to start putting one of those out, and that'll be available on our website as well.
Mm.
But yeah, we are
Yeah.
looking at trying to obviously get
Yeah,
the
I
information
think
through.
a lot of people do not actually know that
Mhm.
the town council provide that service. Yeah.
Can I just say, I don't know whether it's because we were on a holiday, but we weren't aware that you were going to do a town council newsletter. And would it not have been better? Because some councillors might want to put something on or say if they knew something in their ward that was going on that might be important.
Well, we can obviously always put things out to the councillors to see if there's anything that they want adding to it.
Yeah. I mean, not political stuff. I don't mean that. I mean just stuff
Well,
around
yeah,
Colne.
obviously we wouldn't,
No.
but generally we go off. Obviously, we put things on about works that are going on in the town, road closures, that kind of thing, and what we do, what other people do.
There might be
Um,
something that like Alice knows about in Waterside and pick up for Pendle and
But I
stuff
think
like
everything would have to go through the office.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
So
not
I would
saying that,
suggest if you
but
have
it
got
would have been-
anything,
just like let me say, it would have been at least polite to let the chair of the council know that this was there, because people have said something to me and I've looked at them as if they're talking. I mean, we are the council. I know you're the officers, but we are the
Mhm.
council, and we should have been would at least informed rather than not. That's all I'm saying.
okay.
I don't know whether anybody else has anything to say about that.
Well, I haven't seen it,
Well,
unfortunately.
to be honest,
Is it only just gone on?
it's only just gone on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether possibly it could be sent to the councillors before it goes on, I admit I don't go on to the Facebook page that often.
Mhm.
So I perhaps it would be just good just to see it
Yeah,
beforehand. Yeah.
we can do that. I mean, obviously it's only the first one anyway, and it's only,
Ryan?
Would it be appropriate to put wedding flyers outside on the notice board?
yeah, we could do that.
Make some money, more money.
There's a notice board that says town council outside the library.
That's-
Now, the last time I looked at it, everything was very faded. I think it was from the Blues actually. Is it possible to utilise that one as well with town council information? I don't mind taking a key and taking things off or even putting things in, if that would be helpful.
Okay, I will, I'll get the lads to look at it, to see, take some pictures, see obviously what kind of condition it's in, and we'll have a look at it. Yeah.
I think they're all quite
boards-
faded. Aren't they?
The board should be fine.
It's just everything
the board
inside
bit.
it.
There's a plastic thing. What's inside it is, you can't see it because it's all let go,
Okay.
or it was left down.
Well, in reality, I don't think it's been used for years, probably.
No,
I think the thing it was a little bit like, I think it was the last Blues Festival, so
But it should be used
we
because
should
a lot of
put the-
people go,
we should put the we should put the agendas and stuff in.
Mm.
I mean, it's not a,
We used to do it.
okay.
they used to be done, yeah. I mean, it's only well, we've got extra people now. So
Yeah, we do. We've
and
got
it's
extra work.
somewhere where people hang about and go in and out, and they might not come down here to look at what's on. It's a major.
But Alice, if you're willing to volunteer, then yeah. Yeah. I don't know, has anyone got anything else about the fees and charges?
Put it there, then.
What
you.
was the second? So do we have
Who
a,
moved it? Who seconded?
take your pick.
Right? Howard? Done. Item 11, corporate risk register. I think with this now, Gina, you come into a position where it's going to be very difficult to improve on the column where you've got the new controls in, because there's no red ones, there's only one yellow one, and I can't, which is the Blues one,
Mhm.
and I can't think there is any way on this earth you can get that, because of the risks with it, with weather and all sorts of things with it. I don't think there's a way you'll ever get that down to a green. So I think you'll be very hard pushed to improve much on that. On the whole thing in the end column.
Mhm. Obviously, as if it comes to a stage where we take on new services and things, then
We'll
things
end
will
up with
get
more.
into
Yes,
that.
we will. Yeah.
Obviously things are riskier at first when you don't know what you're doing or you're
Yeah.
learning about things, and yeah, so it will change. But I think until we get to a point where we're doing that, we're still doing the same things, and I don't think there is really much that we can change. The only thing that's been changed in this is some of the wordings, some of the descriptions say we're going to replace the boilers in the town hall, but we've done that now, so we've taken that bit out, and so none of the actual values have been changed.
No, and I think when you look at the final numbers, we've got one that's, I'm trying to think of the right word, could be difficult if it threw it down all at the
It's
Blues
unpredictable.
at
isn't
the
it?
Blues weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
And we can't say that can run off totally without any chance of a
Yeah.
a hitch. Unless we run it with no bands, no customers, and no layout, and that's the only way it would work. But I think what we've got is what we've got. But it's good that having had to go through these in a professional, well, not in a professional capacity, but as part of my work thing, you're forever looking at bits where you think, oh, we've got a bit, because somebody higher up is going, but I think having got them down as many into the low category as we have, I think that's fine. As when, if and how we get other things is, you know, they may appear in the red until they
Yeah.
started, but you know, there's certain, if we were doing it now, they'd all be in red because we don't know,
Yeah.
we don't know what it
You're
entails.
still learning, aren't you? So-
Yeah, so I think they find out. I'm quite happy to move the report and
Yeah,
everything.
depending on what we take on in transfers, I mean, next year at this time, there might be a couple of reds.
Yeah.
And a couple of yellows. But there will be until we get a grip of things.
So yeah,
But as it is now, with what we're running, I don't think we can improve
No.
much on the risk of what we're currently running. I don't think we can improve the risk much.
no. Well,
Alice,
I don't know whether it should be included here, but obviously the blues is mentioned, but Christmas events, you know, my love of the torches and the risk that might,
I
is
think
that
would just be
somewhere else?
general event under general events.
Is that
The-
under
the-
general
yeah.
event?
We tend to split the blues off, obviously, because it's
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
massive event.
Yeah,
Whereas the others are just one day events, and we kind of lump them all together.
I understand what Alice is.
Mhm. That would be in
Okay.
the individual risk assessment for
but-
the actual event and the event
that-
plan,
yeah.
rather than the corporate
Mm.
risk register.
Yeah.
This is just an overview of obviously what the council does and the services that we provide, and the inherent risks that are included in that.
I'm sure that I don't know which office they're in, but for the Christmas event, that
Oh, the event plans, yeah,
would
yeah.
be like that, which would have
Yeah.
in people setting fire to themselves, or bit dramatic that,
But yeah,
you've got to take account. But you know, how's that
Yeah.
mitigated? Because we've got marshals. Blah, 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 blah.
yes,
yeah, I realised that there was one separate,
Yeah,
but I
it's
just
just
wondered why it
obviously
wasn't mentioned.
this is
Yeah.
the top document, and then obviously everything feeds
Everything feeds
in
into
from
it.
that, and your bottom documents are your risk assessments for each, like individual jobs or each event, or yeah. So
Brilliant, thank you. Are we talking about the larger sheet?
can if you want.
I've just got a little note on item 13, human resources, stress and illness. It says ongoing monitoring of job roles. Now, I don't really know who does what, so I wondered whether that could be sort of spoken about for the
Well,
council.
to be honest, we're also looking at doing that on the website as well. So putting the section for councillors, we're going to put a section for staff saying who does what and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I can, once we've got all the information together, I can send something out to council.
Are we going to get a new website?
Hmm?
Are we going to get a new website?
We're looking at it. We're just looking at different options and prices, and eventually it will come to this committee.
Bit more colourful than that drab.
Yeah, and get rid of that silly thing. It takes 10 minutes to decide whether you're human or not before it'll let you look at it.
If you're doing that don't take that long
Yeah, there are.
to do it. It just says tick here, I'm not a robot. And you're in.
Mhm. But that's all we do we just tick, don't we? And then it just, yeah. But
No, it does.
I think that depends on your server, and is it not?
No,
Um,
because
whatever-
there are other sites that have similar,
And they're all right.
and it just says I am not a robot and it goes through. But
Right.
on this one, as soon as you do it, it says checking whether you're a human or something, checking whether you're still breathing, and it just goes round and round.
I mean, it's never really taken that long for me, but I think,
But you're straight to it, aren't you?
well, yeah,
Straight
that's
it up.
probably why. Yeah.
Straight it up.
On a separate
Mhm.
machine. The website is clunky anyway.
Yeah.
It is not.
It's not friendly for users. Is it?
Wow. As long as we don't end up with one like Burnley. 'Cause that's worse. Mm.
Hmm. Hmm.
In fact, I don't like saying this. Nelson's is actually better than Edward.
Oh, I don't know. I find it really difficult to find stuff on Nelson's website.
Mm. It does work.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Mm. But yeah, I've been asking
So-
Kaylee to have a look.
Has it been moved and seconded that we're happy with it?
I think we need a seconder.
Alice. Those in favour? Thank you. IT policy. Item 12.
Okay, so this is something that there's been a new assertion put into the annual governance statement, which is about data protection and information technology, and it says that all councils should have an IT policy. So this is why we've got one. So I mean, we did have various different things, but they were in different documents. So I've just brought it all together to put it in the one policy.
The only thing, as far as we as councillors are concerned, is that we shouldn't use anything other than the is it .org.uk?
That's
Council Act.
yes. But obviously you can use your personal for personal things.
Yeah, no, I mean for town council business, it's
Mhm.
got to be on there. Then if somebody wants
Yeah.
to trace it back, it's there. And presumably Holker or someone, when you've deleted one, they're keeping it for
Yes.
20 years or whatever.
You know, to clarify that when we come to it later, that will be clarified with some extra policies that Gina's got that are going to come under correspondence received, which clarifies the different lengths of time for different things. Yeah. Brian.
Can I mention the document itself, paragraph 6.8 about artificial intelligence, the first paragraph needs a radio button adding.
The what? Sorry, I missed that.
Paragraph 6.8,
6.8, yeah.
yeah, needs a bullet point adding to that first paragraph.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Or radio button.
Mhm. Oh, I forgot that you got the. Oh no, you don't get paper copies for this meeting, do you? No. Alright.
I think the problem was I was going to go back to it because it was a longer number of pages.
Ah, right.
I forgot.
Okay.
Or it's still
the
lying about on
printer.
a table. So.
Yeah.
Weren't important. It were only Mary's copy anyway. Uh,
If you want to have a look, you can look at my copy if you want.
so can someone move that we, Brian, seconded, Glenda, those in favour? Thank you. Town hall maintenance.
Not sure that I can think of anything. Can you, Steve? Anything that's
It's the month since Christmas, so not a lot.
yeah, not
Not a lot
not-
happens really, does it? But
no.
nothing I can remember.
On the yes, the lads have started doing some work in there. They had found some mold somewhere, so we've had to replace some of the flooring, which they have done now. They've got it all level now, so that we just need to resurface. But we have obviously decided, we made the decision as council to do a lot of the work in house to try and save some money. So yeah, they will be working on that. They have started, but it's yeah, obviously it'll take a bit longer because they've had to do other things. So yeah, but it is on its way, so it's ongoing.
Alice?
Any news on the clock and how
Clock.
much? The
We
clock?
have had a quote
Mhm.
to fix it, which is around £3,100. So that's just to fix it. Basically, the hammers have they rusted and worn like quite badly, so they do need extra work to obviously also make them more robust.
Mhm.
But I'm still waiting on a couple more quotes. One for this clock as well, and another one for a more long-term solution for the town hall clock to try and keep it in time.
Do we know how much we've spent on the clock last?
To be honest,
Last
I don't think it's been a huge amount.
I couldn't find out, but I wouldn't know a figure off
Yeah.
my head. No, you're on about over a certain period.
Yeah,
Or,
last year, because it
Mm.
seemed to be always breaking down. Might have been my imagination, but yeah,
I'll have a look at it in the morning.
thank you.
Send you a figure.
Because it's 132 years old.
Well, yes. Other than that, I'm trying to think of over because one of the lensmen was on annual leave for a couple of weeks in January. We couldn't do any big jobs, but to be honest, there wasn't a lot of work there anyway, with it being just after Christmas. But Gareth has actually redecorated the smoke room, the old smoke room. So that, I mean, we did get the water ingress in there at one point, so we had to strip it all back, put dehumidifiers into the room to dry it all out. It's been dry for quite a while, so it's the first time that they actually got around to doing it, but he has done a very good job. So yeah.
Not strictly town hall maintenance, but can you give us an update on the assets transfer with Pendle Borough Council?
Yes, I can. We do have a meeting, which is next Tuesday evening at 5:30 with the the chief executive and the leader of Pendleborough Council.
Yeah, you've got an invite for it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically just to talk through what we're trying to achieve or what we think we can look at, obviously, and what kind of terms we're looking at, just to see if we can try and put some, I don't know, put some boundaries in and see if they'll work with us. So yeah.
Might find out where we're going as to what might be offered to us or might not be offered to us.
I only asked because it was an action on the minutes and I thought it'd be addressed. So.
Yeah, well, it was decided at full council about asking for this particular meeting, weren't it? And I think it's me, Howard, Brian, Gina, Steve, but we didn't tell him, and there's two coming from Pendle. Yeah. But it fits in fairly well for you, doesn't it now? Because it is a Tuesday rather than, you know, a day you're not working. Yeah. So is that it for town hall maintenance?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, then, so we'll note that. So moving on to correspondence received, and we're back onto policies again. Well,
It's because it wasn't strictly on the agenda, and I think you spoke to someone, haven't you?
I've spoken to several people about things to do with our policies, which if you want, I'll go into a little bit more detail for you explaining it when we do the two private items, if you wish, as to why it's here now. I'll tell you then why it's here now. But this set of policies does actually complement and fit in with the IT policy. Because it's okay having the IT policy, but and as you mentioned earlier, Howard, certain things we have to keep for certain lengths of time. This retentions policy actually defines what those lengths of time are. And there is an importance to it, and they do marry together with one another. But I'll explain that to you later under the private item. It's something we should have in place. Most others do well.
So I will say obviously you've got the policy itself, but then you have two additional documents. One is a government's policy map, which actually shows how the different policies relate to each other and which policy you should check for certain things. That is basically a guide for staff and councillors, but it's something that probably will be given to new councillors in the induction packs and things like that. The other one is a quick reference guide, which again will be, the idea of that is that it's just one laminated sheet we're giving to all staff, and they can just put it next to the computers or whatever, and it will be can be given to councillors as well. So.
Just noticed one that strange wording that we apparently have to keep our emails, according to this, until end of useful life.
Yes.
It's actually it's 6 years plus one, which they call it. It's a 6+1 rule, and they call it for 7 years, which is actually the last 6 years plus the current year.
Yeah, but end of useful life is the wrong phrase, isn't it? On on the quick reference.
Where was that? Oh,
And
it
the
might
quick
show 'cause
reference.
it's big condensed, yeah.
That is the Gov UK office at the Home Office, whatever you want to call it. That is their wording.
Yeah, but it says delete when no longer needed. So I
Yeah.
think that word is misleading. The phrase end of useful life is not probably as long as is necessary unless detailed somewhere else.
Well, yeah, that's basically what it means. It's as long as it's of any use to you, unless there are further restrictions on it.
Yeah, but
I.e., where some of your emails have got to be kept for 7 years in case you've done something you shouldn't have done, and they can check back.
Yeah.
Basically.
I can look at just,
it just looks it just seems
yeah,
strange.
just changing that wording.
You could just stack on to the end of it unless other rules apply or
Yeah,
something.
yes, yeah. Because a routine email, might be, I'm going to meet you for lunch. at
Yeah,
so-and-so."
or,
Well, that can be deleted tomorrow,
Yeah, exactly.
that afternoon. So
I mean, really, if it's an invite to a meeting and when what meeting's gone, you can bin it, can't you? In fact, it does do that itself. Because when Gina sends an invite, and she sent the 3 of us one this week,
yeah, it goes
when you
into
accept
deleted.
it, it bins it. It bins it anyway. So can we take all 3 together? Is someone going to move them? Seconded. Mary seconded it. All those in favour? Thank you. Items for a future month's agenda. I think we ought to have an update at the next FES meeting on the outcome, if there is any outcome from the meeting next Tuesday.
Yeah.
When we meet with Dean Langton and the leader.
Obviously, if I have any updates on the Pride in Place or anything like that, then that'll come as well. But yeah. Ryan, I've had a couple of
Right.
no. But I've had a couple of emails from him which I've responded to, so I'm just waiting to hear back. Really, yeah.
I mean that meeting was really not the forum to try and do that, because
No.
everybody and the world and his wife put things in there from somebody that wanted 500,000 for a playground in Folridge, which isn't Colne. Lancashire Bridge wanted some huge amount for something, which and I think everybody forgot it was only 500,000 quid.
Yes.
$1 million if you match fund it. So it isn't going to go very, very far. And in fact, I walked downtown the other day and just looked at the flags around the war memorial, and the flags in front of I didn't realise they were as
bad.
appalling
It's
as they are. So that, I would guess, would, if that gets the go ahead, would take a huge chunk of it. But nevertheless,
But then again, it was said at the meeting that this is something that Pendlebury Council should be
well,
sorting
yeah, but
anyway.
You're in the wall.
but if they aren't doing it, it needs
At
doing.
least it's going to need doing anyway.
It's going to need doing.
So-
It's all this. Well, I know who said it, and
Yeah.
and yeah,
Pendle won't do it, and in 2 years they won't be here to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And somebody in Blackburn or Timbuktu's not going to do it. Yeah, but it's been done via the area committee. Which we've no say in.
Chair of the area committee.
It's supposed to be working with me.
Mm.
It is what it is.
Well, we might get a report on that as well. If there is one, we'll have one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else other than usual stuff.
You will get the financial risk register and the internal controls document next month. Because those have to be approved before the year end.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else on that item, the date and time of the next meeting is on Tuesday, the 3rd of March at 7 o'clock. Now I'll move exclusion of the public for the remaining two items.